Treehouse, treehouse, treehouse.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Treehouse podcast. Tonight we have a very special guest, like we do almost every night. He is my bandmate in ArmaLite, and he plays in another band called Queso. How about everybody give it up for Mr. Toleran? Indeed. Mr. Treehouse himself. What's up, man?
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up? It's not gonna be awkward at all, bro. It's not. But yeah, joining us today also, if you guys already may have noticed, it's Mr. Bogart the Explorer co-hosting tonight with us.
Hey,
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for doing this. Josie's a bit busy tonight, couldn't be here, but we miss you, man. See you soon.
Definitely. Thanks so much for having me by Solinona.
But yeah, Eight, what's up, man? What's been going on with you, man? The past few months, what's been keeping you busy?
Hanging with you guys, lang. Just hanging with you guys. Been hanging a lot with you guys. And doing the thing with Manu.
Yeah.
Treehouse, bay. How did that come about, bay? Because everyone's like now talking about the Treehouse
Because you
platform.
guys. You guys.
We're asking you.
It's just, I don't know how it is. It's our room. It's like, kasi when you need the place to stay, Martin needs a place to stay. And Jose kasi is from Pampanga pa, so when he comes over, it's best if he just slept and we did our thing. And then somehow you showed up, and then the other guy showed up, and then it looks like a tree house, so that's how it came about.
And it's the present for you, bay, because this is like a lot of the things where we're seeing you now definitely involves the Treehouse, bay.
Kasi you guys.
No, speaking of the Treehouse though, because of course, obviously, we as your bandmates have known like pretty much how the history of this place. But like prior to moving into this, turning this into a studio rather in your restaurant downstairs, you lived here for how long?
Yeah.
How long were you here for prior to like making it all this way?
20 years or
Wow.
less. Or we got the house 99, I think, or 2000. I'm not sure.
I was 8 years old.
Do you remember? Yeah. 99,
2003 or 2005.
maybe.
Wow.
Around that
That's
time.
still a lot of time.
I just remember in 99, we were renting an apartment around the area, me and Chito, and then I guess after a few years we moved here, so that was probably around 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we never left na lang. I mean, we all kind of left, but we still come back here and hang once in a while.
Safe to say, no, this place has a lot of history.
Yeah, I guess so.
Any stories? Any stories you can share with the viewers?
Nah, we
Any
can't.
we can't. No PG-13 version of any stories you can.
We can't.
Pang subscriptions only.
Lots of good stuff din naman, pero I don't think we can talk about most of the stuff that happened. Pero mostly we just hang and, we were kids. We just did what kids do, and we were in a band, so we had the place, so I guess you could just imagine the things that could have happened.
There are a lot going on right now in my head, actually.
Exactly. Going back to them when you were kids, by when did you guys start out? You started out in the 90s.
Yeah. I met the guys 97.
97.
No, I just got back, and then Ian was he was a neighbor of mine, and I remember he used to skate, and then I just met him through a couple of friends, and then I saw his band play when I got back, and then we kind of got together, and then actually I asked to be their sound guy.
Ah.
Yeah, I asked to be their sound guy, and then I tried for a second, and then I just kind of stepped back, and then one night Ian rings me, says he needs a guitar player, and he's asking if I have 7 strings. I'm like, no. Wala akong 7 string, pero I have a 6 with a Floyd, and we worked with that, and then we just started playing around 97. So 97.
Around your first album came out was like 98, right?
Not sure. Maybe. Maybe.
I was
know,
5 years old when your
Sige.
album came out.
98, yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
So it took like a year lang yung recording for you. As soon as you got in, you were straight to recording.
I don't know how fast it went. Pero we had this thing pala. This Roland.
The mixer in the back.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had that and we did all our demos there, and then we had tapes made and we just sell tapes wherever we'd go, and then somehow NU107 caught wind of the demo and they started playing that one song on that one side. I think it was fine. So,
This first album, this was a 2-song demo.
yeah, the 2-song demo.
Oh, yeah, that's two.
Yeah, on
The,
the tape, yeah. We printed it. My ex-girlfriend did the cover, and we were basically just hawking the tapes wherever we were.
Yeah.
Like, kung gusto mo bumili.
Wow. So that was like your first certified hit
Yeah.
talaga. When did you guys get signed?
I think it was a year after that.
Ah.
A year after that, everyone was getting signed. Like sina Reg, or sila yung nauna eh. They got signed, and then I'm not sure if sina Jamir yung nauna, but everyone was getting signed, and we were the last. And
Ah.
then Warner kind of got in contact with our old manager, and then yeah, that's how shit happened. And I remember we were there. They had like a brown envelope with like cash maybe in it, and then we just never read anything. We said, I think
You didn't read the contract. Just sign and get the money.
Bunch of kids talaga flashed with money.
yeah, I'm not sure, pero I knew there was a brown envelope with stacks of paper in it, but enough for us to make a sign without reading.
Do you remember what you did? Given like I'm sure you were much younger. Do you remember what you spent your first like big pay?
When we got there, after we went to Green Hills and we went shopping, we bought clothes and shoes and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
Because we had the gig the next day, so it's
Yeah.
just that sort of stupid shit. Like we get money and we buy stuff.
Yeah.
You have documentation of since the beginning of
Kinda,
time, no?
yeah,
You've been always
yeah.
into the video kind of thing.
Yeah, I have it all. It's all.
None of it has come out.
None of it.
It's all in the vault. But it's always been a video camera guy.
Exactly.
So I wonder how it feels.
Yeah.
It's so weird seeing him in front of a camera because normally he has the daddy cam like going around.
the daddy cam.
The daddy cam, right? The daddy
Yeah.
cam videos.
So the first album, the first self-titled album, Cheese, multi-awarded album by you guys ended up touring it. What was that experience like, blowing up from like, from playing small
Yeah,
gigs to
it's-
being fucking on the top of the charts?
We were just talking about it, me, you, and Ouds, like how shit went down, and it's funny because his kids were here, and then like they're like proper, like smart kids, but compared to us before, kasi that's what we always talk about. We just got away with. We were just lucky.
Yeah.
We were just really, really lucky, and part of that was just we just really wanted to play lang. We wanted to play so bad that we just had to like give everything up and just play. And then it was years of that, like a bunch of funny stuff. Pero it's an escape for everyone. It's like you're just the big ass gang, like Sina Jamir's band and Sina Reg's band and Sina Maki of Zoom and everyone else. And it was like you dream of things like that growing up, and then it happens, and then you're doing it, and then you're there, and then it just never ends. It's just we were just talking about it, how it never ends. And
Yeah.
it's hard to explain to someone, but it's so weird. It's like I don't know. It's like a ride you can't get away from.
Right.
It's just like going up and down for the rest of your life. But once you stop, nung pandemic, like everything stopped, and then
Yeah.
we just started to grow old on us.
Right.
Like everyone got fat and everyone got old, and then that's when we figured, okay, it's the fucking playing, it's that. It's that.
Beats you haven't gotten to.
Yeah, so we started playing again when like the bones were cracking, but yeah, it's just. It keeps us young, I guess. The whole like getting away from the real world and playing lang. Because we had the experience of like being able to do it since we were young. So
Yeah.
that's all we know lang.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
Yeah.
Where are you now in terms of that? Where are you now in terms of your of playing in terms with the band, in terms of gigging? Where are you around now?
I'm at a break. I'm like taking it easy talaga. Yun nga, we were just looking back kanina and like we never realized that it's been 30 years. Like I mean it's good pero it's fucking loud. It's loud and it's angry and it takes a lot of energy and you have to do it constantly. I mean you can afford to fuck up here and there pero the thing is you have to be on point. Like that's the game. That's the goal. I mean that's what we do. We practice and we play hard and then you have to do it constantly. Like it's bad. It's not really bad pero if you do it for almost 30 years it's like it kind of weighs on you.
Right.
Like it's kind of dark when with all that screaming and all that heavy shit. But, we were just lucky enough that like things happened and I could afford the break from all that.
Yeah.
So I'm doing shit with Martin
Yeah.
and you and Manu, and Mr. Direct Manu.
Mr. Direct Manu behind the camera, everybody. Shout out.
Yeah. And it's just it's a breath of fresh air.
It's a long ride for you, man. Going back to the start, when did you start picking up the guitar and playing, and what style did you start with?
We're taking a trip down memory lane.
No fucking
I love
style
Bogart
at
as a
all.
co-host. He's the best.
No, just like, picking his brain,
No,
man. I'm
no,
just
for sure,
really
man,
curious.
for sure.
Talaga.
Yeah, no style at all. It was because like you know how you wanna just play while you're growing up, and then you figure out that it's not that easy pala, and then. I remember picking up a nylon guitar and it hurt my fucking hand so much. I was like, how the fuck do they...
What age was this?
13.
That was your very first time to pick up a guitar?
13. And then... Yeah, someone just told me to just push through with it. And then I didn't listen. And then I just kind of did my thing. Because you know how... this works lang. These 3 strings sa taas. And then I didn't know how to tune it. So I just tune it in a weird way and whatever works lang, and I never really could like listen to songs and then play it lang. I really couldn't because I didn't know how to tune my guitar, and then back then so I really thought it was like a fucking magical impossible thing when I'd see people playing like
specific songs.
how the fuck those fingers are going everywhere and then and then I dropped it for a second, and then somewhere along the line, I think I was in Australia, some guy told me to just I remember bringing back I got a bunch of pedals from the shop, and it was supposed to be Dime's pedal.
Wow.
Dimebag's pedal, and then I saw it in the magazine and I bought it at the shop, and then I brought it home, and then I said, fucking, I don't sound like Dime at all.
Did you get his signature pedal, or was it
the Korg something? It had 4 pedals. And someone yung Korg by na. Ayun, yung kay Dime.
Also, it was his signature pedal.
Back then, like early, and then.
But then again, that was I think I get that because there were a lot of signature pedals before.
Yeah,
that when you play it, you think you sound like that person, but it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, hindi ko binasa yung disclaimer, parang Dime doesn't really use this shit. Pero yun, the guy told me na, you see Dime, di ba? Meron siyang ganyan, he has a
did the whole sales stock.
He has a whole stack.
Yeah.
Tapos sabi niya, he told me one thing, na if Dime comes in here and he picks up any guitar, he plugs in any amp, he's still gonna sound like Dime.
Yeah.
Sabi niya, you're not Dime at all.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, so doon nila parang rude awakening.
Yeah.
So I just kind of did my thing secretly lang in my room, and I remember getting guitar tabs and getting a tuner, and I'd try to play the songs in the tabs, and then I just ended up doodling and like finding the easiest route to do whatever that was. Para lang I can go through the song. So I just ended up making shit up lang. So.
Yeah.
What was the turning point in you finally leaving the comforts of your room and finally going out, engaging with bandmates, and then finally gigging? But you were in a band called Piranha, right?
Yeah.
Was that your first band?
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah,
Yes, Mike Brewer. Shout out to you, bro.
He taught me how to play guitar. So yung kapit bahay ko, siya yung singer namin. Tapos he knew Mike, and then I don't know why he just wanted me in the band. He just see Erwin, he was a singer, and he just Sabi, tos sama natin si Paolo. And then, tinuruan ako ni Mike. Di ba, Mike is the nicest
Yeah.
person in the
Mike
world.
is the
Yeah,
nicest
he's
person in the world.
He never gave up on me. He was just teaching me shit. That shit you do, that's mali. Parang,
Harsh, parang tough love.
Not really tough love, but he was nice enough to like work around it and tell me nicely what I'm
Nice.
doing is shit.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Encouraging ba?
Yeah, pero yun nga, and then I moved. I went to Australia for a second, and then they got signed, and then I went back, and there was another guy na playing for me, so that I guess I'm out of the band na. And then I met sila Ian, and actually when I met them, that's where I just figured out na this is my thing, like, because I never really knew what I was doing. I didn't really know why he rang me and fucking asked me to play, since I was from a rock and roll band and they were more heavy. So I just went there. I showed up in rehearsals, and I remember they were like jumping all over the place, like trying, like, who the fuck is this new guy who's supposed to play guitar?
Oh.
But yeah, we ended up gelling, then we ended up just getting along, and then that's where I kind of figured out just do my thing, since they were doing their thing, and then they were like encouraging me, no, just fucking work with a drop A tuning, and then let's just see whatever comes out.
So there's a lot of creative freedom for you within the band. You could freely do whatever you want.
Kinda, yeah.
very
Everyone was just, everyone was all over the place, but it was a nice kinda gulo. I mean, it was loud, it was heavy, but it was totally foreign to me, so I had no idea what's going on. So I just went in like with the mindset of bahala na, and then they tell me what was, so just keep doing that or whatever.
Did you take outside influences to help refine your style to what it is to fit with the band?
No, not really. I remember we listen a lot like grunge, and like we listen to the same music din naman. Pero I remember hearing their tuning was really low, and then I figured, okay, I heard of this band Korn, but I never really paid attention until I saw sina Ian play. So, but I don't know. I really didn't really think about it, or I had nothing coming in. Like, I just knew they played that this key, and then I heard some of their songs, and I just thought it was heavy, and I just went with it.
But was there like a transition for you coming from like Piranha, given the genre was very different?
Just the guitar.
So did you move up to a 7-string, right?
No.
Coming into
I came with a 6-string, but it had the Floyd, so we could like detune it lower.
Oh, and it had the locking tuner, so it wouldn't go out of tune.
So
Makes sense.
I could drop it to A and then not mind about the E string na lang.
So what happened? When was the transition to the 7-string?
So second, like mid first album, we were able to get 2 7s, and then we just stuck with that all throughout.
Wow.
Yeah, I think 8 was the first musician I saw here in the country play a 7.
Actually, there's Glitch from Cebu. It's in Jan's old band.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And Gabby fucking managed them back in the day.
Oh, really?
Your
7.
sound is very heavy, but then in certain songs, like in the earlier albums, like in Motaka, it's what you do is it's different. It's certainly very unique. I've never heard anything like that before.
Yeah, maybe because we locked ourselves in my old house. Actually, we rented the house in Fairview, and then after the first album, kasi we had a different idea of how we thought we made it. Na like, if you have an album and then you don't have to work na, and like money's just gonna come rolling in, but it didn't. It didn't. So we just hindi naman kami nawala ng loob, pero we stopped trying to dress up. We just acted how we wanted to act, and like the main thing became the playing na lang. So we rented the house in North Fairview, and we locked ourselves there, and we had a few friends over, pero we just kind of lived with each other with equipment, and then we had the pocket of 4 hours to write songs, kasi it was just a house, so we can't play loud. So we were in the middle of doing Filipinas. Like, we were hungry, we didn't have money, and the record label was like telling us that's your last shot na, 'cause after this, like, we're all going acoustic now with it.
Oh, wow.
If you can remember what happened back in the day, like,
Yeah.
when something comes up, like,
Yeah.
the next uso is the next uso. But we were almost listening to them na, oh shit, I guess that's gonna happen. We're gonna be laos na next album. So we had the mindset na, parang, basta, fuck it, let's name it Filipinas, and then let's just fuck it.
Just release it, to
Just
do it.
write
Yeah.
whatever you want to write, not.
Also, it was for that album you guys were sort of thinking of changing it up.
We didn't really plan to change it up. We
Mhm.
just, I don't know, it was weird. All at the same time, we just decided, like, just fuck everything and
Yeah.
like, just wear chinelas and it's
Go
hard.
even heavier. Go even heavier. Go even heavier.
We were expecting, we wanted to be so loud they'd let us go.
Gotcha. I mean, if they already gave you that sort of like final warning anyway.
Kinda.
It obviously backfired because the album like multi-awarded as well.
Yeah, but he still didn't like us. He still didn't like us. Yeah.
How long did you guys tour that album, or did you guys go around?
I think we did.
promoting it?
We
Yeah.
did the whole showbiz thing because we were with the label. We
Yeah.
were supposed to play the noontime shows and
Queso and noontime
Yeah,
shows. That
we
would be
did.
such a trip to see,
yeah,
though.
we did. I'm sure they have it somewhere, but we did the whole
Queso and
ano,
ASAP on this day and
yeah,
age,
we
you know.
did the whole thing. But yeah, it was the proper gigs were nice. Eh.
Yeah.
Pero back in the day, kasi bahala na. Well, whatever the label could hook you up with, you
Yeah.
show up and play.
Right.
So sometimes it was a nice gig. Sometimes it was we'd show up in a call center. People would
Damn.
they'd have no idea what the fuck are these fucking.
I was actually gonna ask that because given how
book kasi fan.
was it harder to book gigs back then though, or did you, like sorry, I'll rephrase that. Was it easier to book if you had, or was it easier to get gigs when you were signed to a label, or could you do it like how nowadays
No,
the luckier ones?
If we knew that we could have done it ourselves, we would have.
Yeah.
If we wouldn't have signed, we wouldn't have. Ngayon lang, like when Regan, Toots, and the guys started putting up gigs, we just figured out, no, it's better if we just
Tour
do
with
it
them.
ourselves.
Yeah.
It was nice naman kasi yun nga, nakahanda na. Pero you'll never know what you get sometimes. Sometimes yun nga, you'll show up somewhere and then it's just some random fucking
Event that it's like,
whoever's birthday.
Right.
like in a function room sort of vibe. We go in
something
there.
weird like that.
So the name changed though, bro, from cheese to queso. How did that come about? Was that part of because
Yeah.
we're trying to reinvent yourselves?
No, because we just didn't wanna pay the label any more money.
So it was like a loophole.
Yeah, because we signed and then
As
we
cheese.
can't. Kahit ngayon, hanggang ngayon, when kids ask us, but wala yung songs sa Spotify kasi it's like a whole shindig with the label. Like we couldn't really get out of it kasi we were stupid enough to sign back then.
Right.
But yeah, so we had to change the name para it's a third album, we could at least own it. And since the kids call us Queso anyway,
Exactly.
we just even kahit kami we call ourselves Queso, so it's just proper, I guess. And sakto din kasi third album na, so we just had this
Fresh start of sorts.
Not really a fresh start. We just wanted I don't know. Queso just sounds like proper. We
Yeah.
should have named ourselves Queso
From the start.
Yeah, from the start.
The albums, among all the albums that you've made, Bay, what do you think has made the most impact for you in terms of for yourself?
I don't know. Like I love Filipinas though. I don't know. I love them all, but I love the second and the third one the most because since we came out with the first one ages ago, we love the songs, but we're just sick of playing them over and over. Like I love Mota, but like I don't know, I can't explain it. And we play it over and over kasi sometimes we play it on our own.
Right.
Pero yun nga, when we feel like it. Pero when people tell you kasi you have to for years, it's like, oh, sige na. Pero we love the song, but we'd rather not play it as much as we do just because we've been playing it ever since.
So you guys want to play new songs? Are there new songs that people can expect from?
Just from the third album. We have some songs in the studio, pero
Yeah, that
we're still like, we're old and we're like, I'm not really worrying about it as much as we should.
Right.
But yeah.
But it's all done and packaged and
It depends, depends on the guys.
okay.
Yeah.
Right. So while you were still in Queso, there was another big band, Franco.
I was just gonna actually ask that. Yeah. I was just about to ask Franco. How was that like switch over to Franco, or like what made you decide to just be like, hey, I want to do another band while Queso was still sort of,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, what? I was like, oh yeah, oo nga pala. But, I don't know, we just, like, shit happened, and then we were just together for too long, and then we just, I don't know, some crazy shit in the band with Queso that I had to leave for a second.
Gotcha.
So I left for a second, and then since before that before I left, like me and Gabby and the rest of the guys, and Bowie lived here, Gabby lived here, John lived here. We were just like a minute away from each other, and everyone was here then naman, so we just always talked about forming a different band.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we were talking about it for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
But I never really pushed through because Gabby was Urban Dub,
Yeah.
Queso, and Buwis Parokya. We jam a little dito,
Yeah.
pero like nothing really crazy. And then one day Gabby just comes over and says, I found the singer and his songs are ready.
Yeah.
We just
Gotta learn it.
we
Gotta
just
learn
have to learn it, and it's all there. Like, oh shit, like worth the wait. Then so
Yeah.
That was like when you guys first came out, man. Like everybody
Dude,
was
that
dubbing
was a bang, man.
a
Like I
super
remember
band.
when Franco came out, like that was, you guys were like the talk of the town for a while, like for quite a while.
So this is
It's like super
different from
band.
when you guys started from when Cheese. You really guys started from the ground up. This time, how fast and how was the move with Franco?
It was pretty quick. I don't remember how long the band lasted, but I remember it was like shoop. It was like really, really quick. I remember Gabby showed up with the demos, and then we convinced Franco to come over. And then when he got here for a couple of weeks lang, and we toured for a week, and then he went back to the States. Tapos after that, I think a couple of months, he came back, and then he just lived here na, and then we did the songs dito lang sa tower, like it's sandali lang, then like a few minutes away from here. And then I remember just being eager to play because I didn't wanna like not play. So and Sinagabi were like having a break from dub then, and then Bowie wanted like something else to do besides Parokya. I just kinda just
Right place, right time
Yeah,
for everyone.
one of those things,
one of those
yeah. And then
scenarios.
and then we had their old manager here, Richard, and he was like really, really gunning for it. Talaga, you guys have to fucking do this, and you need to wear shoes and smile and not swear so much. And so yeah, that was a different ride, but it was nice.
Yeah, eight was using a 6-string in Franco. It was so odd seeing him using a Telecaster 6-string. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No way. Not an LTD 7? No. But yeah, that's when I met you, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
That's when we
yeah,
formally met
yeah,
in the Franco gig in 70s Bistro. Gab took me, and he's like, Mart, that's my friend 8. And I just see 8 standing by his black van having a
Right.
cigarette. I was like, shit, I don't want to say anything that will piss this guy off because he looks scary standing there. And like, yeah, years later now, we've been in ArmaLite since what, 2014? 2014, I think, is when we
There's
started.
more to that story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
More to it.
Yeah, but let's talk about that. You brought it up. It's Brothers ArmaLite. I heard there was somewhere. I think I saw somewhere, Franco was supposed to be ArmaLite or something like that.
No. We named the band ArmaLite for a week. Yeah.
There you go.
When
So-
we started, like we had I had the name looming. I was gunning for it. Talaga. Can we just name ourselves ArmaLite?
ArmaLite.
And they were like, let's see.
So
Yes.
Franco was supposed to be named ArmaLite.
Yeah.
I think
it's,
you mentioned you toured for a week as ArmaLite, or 2 weeks.
a bunch of names like ArmaLite, Musubi Boys, Watusi Boys.
Watusi Boys.
We just couldn't. We didn't have a name down yet
Yeah.
at the time. We just ended up with Franco lang. So.
Was it in keeping with the tradition of Bamboo was calling himself Bamboo? And
Kind of. It was like I was Gabby actually. Was
Yeah.
busting Franco's balls. And why don't we just name it Franco since parang you're Franco, and like I don't know how it stuck. It
Yeah.
just, it
It
was
worked.
it was kind of a joke, and then it stuck, but it works. So Cause yun nga, it's him naman. I just play guitar, John just play drums, and Bowie just plays bass. The whole of the band was to just bring all the focus on Islam, cause he was great and he's still great now. But yeah, that was the main thing. No, we just wanted a jam, and then he's the guy. So that's,
All eyes on him. Like you
Yeah.
guys could just be in the back, like just jamming out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we wanted. That's
Yeah.
what we wanted to do. And then, yeah.
But then the lineup changed. But obviously you guys are cool because I see Franco and Gab, they hang out here all the time.
Yeah.
You guys hang out all the time.
Yeah, we
You see-
weren't cool for a second because that, like shit happens here and there. But I mean, that's how family works.
Yeah.
It's just I can't say that. Oh, we're all fucking la-di-da. Queso, we fight all the time. Like if
Families fight, man,
yeah,
for sure.
but,
Yeah.
it's weird to like pretend like everyone's cool all the time. Like, I can't lie to the kids like that.
Yeah.
We're cool sometimes we're not cool. But at the end of the day, if you went through what we went through, you're always gonna end up being together somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
But what caused the demise of that lineup?
Just Richard died. Our old manager died, and no one had. I don't know. No one like around the time because it was pretty dark. Like we were like tired doing the whole showbiz thing. I don't know. I was tired. I didn't like. I mean, it was nice, but yun nga, it was like it went up pretty fast, and
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't wanna get shit because I was wearing chinelas all the time, and it's just I don't know. It was nice, but
Wasn't for you. It just didn't fit your.
it was too fast, and
Yeah.
like just like Gabby would say, like a bunch of alpha dogs in one doghouse. Just
Exactly.
it'll work for a while, but
Right.
we're good as friends. But maybe we can play for a second. But we've been through that, man. And we knew what we did, and it was a nice run. It's a good run.
Richard obviously was a strong influence because like when he died, everything changed.
Yeah, everything
it
fell
means
apart, man.
He held it all together. How big
Yeah.
of an influence was Richard to you guys?
Like he was everything to me. Like up till now, like everything I have. Like he didn't really like. He was more like we always say he's like Professor X because you can just hear him in your head. Like before you do shit pa, you'll be thinking, "Tangina, papagalitan ako ni Richard." Pero it was weird kasi before we met him, he was doing this na for like years. Like sina Tribal Fish, sina Chito, the Teeth, the
Right.
Youth.
Right.
Like the
Wow.
Youth,
Wow.
the craziest people you can imagine back in the day were all together, and he handled them all. And then kaya when we came in, yung sisiw na lang sa kanya, he was like, fuck these kids. Like,
Exactly. No, but then you guys weren't exactly impressed with things like accolades na, so what kung hinandle niya yung mga bands. There was obviously something that he did or was in his character that you earned him your respect.
we actually begged him to fucking sign us with Backbeat.
What?
Kasi yun nga, I lived with Chito for a while, and then we'd see how fucking nice it was. They had fucking bands, and
He took care.
yeah, they had bands, and they had money all the time. And like, fucking we need to start making nicer songs, man. We need to sing and fucking be mellow and jolly. Pero yun nga, we just wanted to be in the group, and then yun nga, somehow naawa siya, and then I remember he gave us a few test runs pa, so we were trying to be really, really nice. And
Best foot forward, though.
yeah,
Best foot
pero
forward.
eventually he just got us, and then we were in with Backbeat na, and then yeah, actually I never left when we signed kami ng Queso, and then I left the band. And then right after I left the band, there was a transition. Richard made sure na parang, I was like, am I still with Backbeat? Like, if you can get in this band, like Franco, maybe you'd still be with Backbeat. so I ended up with the band. So I just ended up with Backbeat. So yeah, I never really left until he died. So he held everything together. Like, he made sure I had money in the bank. And yeah, and we all hated him at some point kasi it's like the tatay, like
Yeah.
you can't do shit, you bawal magmura, like he always had shoes in his van. my size kasi he knew that I'd show up with chinelas. I'd be standing outside the venue like, fucking, I'm sure hindi nila ako papapasukin dito so I can get away from the gig. And then Richard would become, I got fucking shoes for you.
Put these on. Put these on. Put these on, son.
Yeah. Yung mga ganon. A bunch of tons of little things talaga. But now, yun nga, I have a pair of shoes in my car just in case. So, he was really, I don't know, he never had kids, so I guess we were all his kids. So he really took care of us down to the T. Like, even the crew, everyone, he just took care of them.
I can certainly see that influence by, because, the way you describe, see, Richard, to us about how he is like taking care of the kids. He's the data. It's like same with you, Timi, but taking care of us kids by Camila Martin, me, Manu. It's like you really just you're being our Richard by legit. It's like he made an impact by, and we will pay this forward by with every single content that we make. We make sure to inspire in his legacy by.
Oh, that'd be nice. Man.
Yeah,
but I'm nothing like Richard. We all like learn from him, but he's something else, man. It's just something.
Thank you, Bay. Thank you for Richard. Thank you for you and Timi. It's just been tangina, Bay.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, the experience has been insane since we started Treehouse. Like, insane.
It's like an escape, Bay. But it's like what you mentioned, by the Treehouse is like a playground. You designed. Timi, you did an amazing design on the place. It's beautiful. Talaga. It's magical. And on camera and with just your bare eyes. It just inspires you, ba?
It's either I'm just here or home. It's just one of the two. Yeah. If I'm not in my room, I'm here. Literally everywhere I go, it's just here.
So what is the future? So you have a guitar. You came out with a guitar with D&D.
Yeah, the PT7.
Which I hear, by the way, everybody is sold out. So if you didn't get to get one, that's on you.
No, we'll come up with another batch in a few,
Yeah.
maybe. It depends on Sir Darren. But last I heard, he's kind of psyched to do another run.
Nice.
Do you have like a rig rundown as well that we have on the Treehouse?
Yeah, it's Mr. Manu already.
Yeah,
put it out.
it's up on the Treehouse channel, everybody. So just go click that link and look at the other videos. You'll see 8's rig rundown there, 2023. We just posted it last week. For anyone who hasn't seen it,
Right. So another project for you that you have coming out in the future is ArmaLite, man.
Yeah, with me, Martin, and Jose, and I don't know if you can name the others, but we're pretty much all together now.
Yeah, we just sort of like got it together, like just recently. Yeah, but then so far it's just Josie, 8, and I. Is that we'll say that? I guess it's just us three for now, but we have things have been brewing.
Okay, so singing parts.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we got it down.
Yeah.
All right.
We just don't wanna.
Oh.
I just have to record my vocals in Tower next week. We're good.
So it's good. This is exciting because you're leaving a lot of like you're showing some legs, but you're not showing the real thing. You know, you're just leaving.
I now play bass and sing vocals.
No, but this is something that people can look forward to, man. This is your ikigai, man. You got to put this out. This is something that the world will be wanting to see and hear, and it's got to be out there, and I'm very excited
Soon,
for the
man.
future.
Soon.
Bay.
Yeah, we're
Salamat.
prepping, definitely.
Right. So what are people gonna watch out for you, 8?
Nothing much.
I was just gonna say, I was like,
There's the standard ending.
No, but before we close the show, we'll give you that red carpet, man. Other than Treehouse, as we spoke about, what can people look forward to coming out on your end?
Just us.
Flying House, new menu, maybe new additions to the menu.
Same
Nothing.
shit like this Treehouse stuff. I'm excited. Put out a bunch of stuff. We did outs the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ouds. Out just behind the cameras, everybody. We just did a couple of stuff with them earlier.
And food at Flying House, Bay.
Yeah, come over and eat here.
I highly suggest the Tapat Baboy, everybody.
It's great. No, we need to talk about that. By when did Flying House come about?
Few years, 8 years ago. Huh?
2015.
Yeah, 2015.
The year my daughter was born. It's amazing. It's a beautiful year.
Yeah.
And it's been on now, and it's getting stronger. It's never empty, even on a rainy day. People of all kinds come by. What was the concept behind Flying House?
Because it was her idea, my wife's idea.
There you
and we used to have a kiosk, and then I don't know, she just said, let me do my thing, and she did, and now it's this. So.
It's amazing. You got steak silogs, bay, and then they're pink in the middle, just like you want them, bay. Munchies food. You got pancit banda.
Yeah.
People gotta try that stuff, bay. Come on over.
Thank you. Salamat.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that does it for tonight, man. 8. We don't want to take too much of your time, but thank you so much for guesting on the pod.
Thanks, Dan. Salamat.
Yes, thank you. It wasn't weird at all interviewing my bandmate on the pod. Great time.
It's nice lang
Yeah,
tayo.
no, for
Not
sure.
at
And I hope
all.
everybody watching got to learn a bit. And yeah, before I close it out, 8, really, that's it. Everybody,
man.
thank you so much for checking out another episode of the Treehouse Podcast.
Oh, thank
Stay
you,
tuned.
Marco.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you,
having
Marco,
me,
for
bye.
co-hosting tonight
It's fun.
and
I
helping
got
out.
to pick your. I love it, man.
Dude, you should do this more. It saves me a lot of. I get a lot of quiet time. Dude. Just watch.
Sorry,
I'm
man.
watching the. No, I love it, dude. No sorries needed at all. No
Thanks,
apologies
bye.
for that.
Thanks, bye.
But yeah, thank you guys and everybody watching. See you next time. Thank you again, Nate. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye. Salamat.
We done.
Hey, what's up? My name's Josie. His name's Frankie.
And my name is Marts. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, please do follow us on our socials for more updates.